Offaly 116, Antrim 212 at St. Conet's Park. Offaly are into the intermediate camogie final for 2025. Very, very important win for Offaly. The Tians got 1-8 between them. Arrayed with 1-2 and Grace with 6 points. Claude Lahi with 4 points from midfield also deserves a massive shout. Whereas for Antrim, Roisin McCormack unsurprisingly carried the can for a large part of the scores, 1-7 from her, while Katrina Dobbin also got 1-2. For Antrim, it's a disappointing end to the year, falling short at the semi-final stage, but Offaly back in the intermediate camogie final.
I'm delighted for David Sullivan and his side. You know, I felt so sorry for them in the way they lost to Cork last year down in Thurles. You know, it just looked real heartbreaking for them. But they've rallied, like Leitrim, they can take big lessons from this. They've rallied the troops and they've said, right, we are good enough to compete at this level. And as well, after losing to Antrim on the opening day as well, like there was 2 points in it. There was nothing in it at all. So they knew that they can compete with this Antrim team. It was just about getting the balance right and, you know, being maybe a bit more efficient with their shooting. And I have to say, they're shooting since the Antrim game. I mean, their Antrim game in general, they scored 3-8, which was still a very impressive tally to get in terms of the goals anyway. But since then, I mean, they hit 3-18 against Carlow the last day. They hit 2-14 against Westmeath, 3-15 against Meath. They've been goal hungry in every single game. And they're getting in amongst like the 14, 15, 16 point margin in points tallies as well, which is really, really impressive. I think they had 10 by half time yesterday, you know. So it was just a real, real important win. And like we would see ourselves as a county that can compete at senior level, you know, even if it meant having to try and stay up next year, which will be the aim if they were to win the final against Kerry now. But yeah, no, I'm just delighted for them. They put in a huge amount of work over the last number of years. The panel's come together really, really well now. A real good panel of players in there. I mean, the Teehans, I mean, what more can be said about them, especially Mairead? I mean, some of the goals that she has got this year have been unbelievable. The goal she got against Westmeath a couple of weeks ago in O'Connor Park was an absolute rocket of a strike. And, you know, she's just a player that's well capable of doing that. Orla Phelan, the captain, she leads by example, really well spoken and just an all-round real consistent player. Claudia Lahi she was unbelievable for them last year. She's been really, really solid in the midfield again. Again this year, you know, Sharon Shanahan, she's been real solid this season. I don't think she did play yesterday. It was the Carlow game she didn't play. But, you know, she was part of the Ashburn Cup team that won with you well this year. She's a really, really solid player. Kira Maher, Kate Pilkington, obviously she didn't score yesterday, but all season long she's been a real goal threat at corner forward. So, yeah, no, I'm just really, really happy for them. And they're back in an All-Ireland final, a date at Croke Park. You know, you can't ask for anything more than that. If we can get a repeat of what we got in 2010 from them, then it would be just incredible to win another All-Ireland in Croke Park. So really looking forward to that, and I wish them all the best of luck